So I've had a lot of conversations with real estate agents, both, partners with us at EXP and also agents that I've trained on really how to step up your YouTube for real estate game. It comes down to delegating. I'm actually going to be delegating every single aspect of YouTube except for turning this camera on. That's the one thing that I will do, but other than that, I have found that the most successful real estate channels that I have personally, or the most successful YouTube channels that I've seen other agents do, is the ones that are consistent. And the number one thing to being consistent is delegating. I have found that the mindset of, oh my gosh, I got another video, I got to edit, I got to get it here, I got to do that. All of that is what makes you stop uploading videos. And I am at fault too. So I'm going to break it down, my entire process, to delegating 100% of this video content for real estate off of my plate. And if you want that playbook, we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie with the Channel Junkies, the #1 real estate YouTubers on the planet. With 13 YouTube channels across the country, we are closing over 200 homes in 2021 alone. Crazy numbers to think about, and I teach it all 1000% free on this channel. So if you want to learn how to do it, make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. Okay, so delegation is key. I've had so many phone calls the last month, and a lot of it I'm telling people, and I'm hoping that it bounces off and goes right into my ears because I need to hear it too. A lot of my YouTube channels started to nosedive a little bit. I was too involved. I'm trying to do too much, thinking that I had to, right? It's just like your real estate business. You feel like you got to close every deal, and if you don't, it's not going to grow. Well, we learned obviously delegating, having other agents close the deals is what 4x, 5x our business, our real estate business. And so when it comes to content marketing, you've got to be consistent. That's the one thing I've seen across the board, that the channels that do at least one video a week, if not two is the goal. Those are the ones that are just having the most success. Now, there are some outliers and some channels where you might get one video every other week and someone takes a month or two off, just like mine, and we're still closing a lot of deals. But I feel if we would have stuck with 2 videos a week, that probably would have doubled this year. So I am focusing 2022 on just a few of my YouTube channels, and I'm going all in again with 2 videos per week with about 4 YouTube channels. So that'll be about 8 videos a week for me. So how am I going to do it? Well, we're going to 100% delegate. Now, I've done this in the past for this channel, and it works amazing. I literally get my titles sent to me, I shoot them, I send them back, and I don't worry about anything again. That's the system that you have to find. Now, we found some VA companies. In fact, we started a marketing company, as many of you know, doing this for agents. And it was the worst thing we ever did. The problem was the more we did for agents, the less they did, and then they blamed me. I hated that. So we're going to be doing it for ourselves, and the way you've got to do this is find a VA company. Now, hopefully here in the future, we'll be releasing the one that we're working with. They can't quite handle all of you yet, but this is a readily available source. And so what you have to go and do is find, someone on Fiverr or Upwork. There's so many postings of people that can do this. It's not going to be just, hey, I need all this stuff done and it's perfect. You have to be willing to train them, to teach them. So when it comes to delegating all of your stuff, here's what I'm doing right now. I went on and I got all of my old raw footage. I got all of my videos, all of my branding, every single thing uploaded to Google Drive, so that I can give them those resources to download. The second thing that I did is I took my cell phone camera, I put it on a 3-second or a 5-second timer, and I snapped about 50 different pictures of myself like this, like this. And as you're probably seeing on the video now, you can see some of the thumbnails that they're able to make because I went and took 40, 50 pictures that they can make thumbnails with, right? So I'm getting all of my stuff to these VAs so that they have the ability to work at an optimal rate. And that is what I found is most real estate agents, what they do is just rely too much on them. They don't give them any kind of information. And then all of a sudden they get a video back from them like, this sucks. Like they're terrible at editing. No, you suck. You didn't prepare them. That's the biggest thing I found. So 1, make sure that you're ahead of the game. All of your branding, all of your logos, all of your colors, everything that you want, make sure that's in a Google Drive folder. 2, make sure that you pre-shoot 40, 50 different pictures for thumbnails. 3, you need to be constantly talking to your editor throughout your videos. If you mess up, if you want some kind of B-roll, then you just stop like this. Hey, editor, will you make sure that you throw some B-roll of me vlogging in Portland, Oregon, right there when I talk about being in Portland, Oregon? And as my editor hopefully did and doesn't make me look like a dummy, they put that B-roll in there. But you'll see me constantly, well, you won't, but my editors, I'm constantly going, okay, editor, stop right here. Make sure that you throw a jump cut in, or hey, I messed up some words. Give me a second. Okay, now I come back and I collect myself. So I'm going to constantly talk to that editor so that they understand fully what I want. When I tell people this, it blows their mind. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Yes, I am having constant communication with my editor through video, letting them know to edit something, to add something, whatever. So that's the other thing. Here's my super secret trick that I always do. And they always thank me. I'm going to record myself on screen showing all of my B-roll, labeling it, right? I have all of my B-roll. Let's say we're talking about Houston, Texas. Okay, so I've got Sugarland, Texas folder right here. Here's all the B-roll for it. Here's some drone shots. Okay, here's the woodlands. That whenever we say the woodlands or the river down in Woodland or up in Woodlands, Texas, here's the folder for it. Here's the B-roll for the river down there. And then Atascocita, Texas. You know, this is where I live. If I ever talk about Atascocita or Humble, here's the folder for it. So I go through and I explain to the VA exactly where everything is. I also bring up the map because most of these VAs you find are not going to be from your city. And I honestly think that hiring someone locally from your city and giving them, you know, an hourly or, you know, a salary, you're going to pay way too much money. There's so many resources and VAs out there that can do it so much more affordable, like the ones we've found. And so I'm actually going to go on a map because they don't know the area. And I'm going to say, okay, whenever I talk about the Woodlands, Texas, here it is. It's right up here. If I ever mention Humble, Atascocita, it looks like it Humble with an H, but everybody pronounces it Humble here. So you're going to hear me say Humble, but it is actually Humble and it's right here. So I'm going to show them everything on the map, so that they know whenever I talk about these things, they can make maps and point at arrows, arrows at things that I'm talking about. Okay, so that's what I've learned using so many VAs is I've got to be the one to put in the work and train them. And if I'm going to have a vlog, of an area, and I'm going to have 15, 20, 30, even 50 clips, I'm going to label every clip from 0 to 50 and what they are so that it can go in a storyline. It's very easy for an editor to take those 20 clips and drag them into their editor, and they're pulling them up one by one, and they can edit it in a line instead of just all this random footage that's not labeled. So you've got to put in a little bit of extra work, and what I found is over a month or two of time, they just get you. They know you. They know exactly what you're talking about, and it gets easier and easier. You can't just instantly offload everything and hope that it goes smooth, but don't overdo it. Now, that's the biggest mistake I've seen with delegating is they'll hand in a video, real estate agents, and then I got to talk to them, and they want 170 edits in their video. It's not realistic. The more real you are, I've fumbled my words throughout this and you're still listening. So it's okay to mess up your words and to be raw and authentic. That's actually what works best on YouTube. So don't have all of this like crazy B-roll flying in and all of this stuff that just makes it look like it's from Hollywood, right? Just make sure that you are easy on your editor and allow them to be who they are. And you need to be a little bit more comfortable on camera. So to really recap and to explain the process of delegation, which is the number one way to be successful on YouTube, you've got to get your mindset out of the, oh my gosh, I have so much to do, but more or less, hey, I have these videos, I'm going to get them off and then people upload them for me. That's the path that you most likely need to take. The last thing that you absolutely must do is batch shoot. So one thing I would look for in a VA is, hey, can you go through, do you know SEO? That's what you're going to try and find, where they can go in and find video titles for you and send you 8 of them a month. With that, you're going to shoot those in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, however quick you can do it. I typically do all mine in 1 day, and I'm going to send that off. When I send those off, those videos will be edited, they'll be uploaded, they'll get their titles, tags, descriptions. They will also be scheduled out for me, and they're going to get thumbnails. All I got to focus on is shooting those videos, and then I get a month ahead, just like that. So batch shooting, getting all that information to your VA, having explainer videos, labeling clips, all of that stuff takes you just a little bit more time, but it's going to save so much time on their end, and it's going to get them to learn use to where you're not going to have to do that as much. This video I'm going to do right now, I'm literally going to save it, title it, I'm going to drag it into Google Drive and give it to my editors, and I will never see it again. They're going to do everything else, and I'm not even going to watch it, and they will upload it, title, tag, description, thumbnails, and all that. So how much easier is that if all I got to do is talk for a minute, drag that somewhere, and be done with it. That's the way I've seen the most success. And I'm talking 100 home sales a year from YouTube channels. You've got to get all of this off your plate. And if you're spending, $600 to $1,500 a month to do that, but closing 50 homes a year, I think it pays way better than paying a bunch of crappy Zillow leads that you have to convert $200,000 buyers. So if your goal is YouTube for real estate, getting dream clients, that's exactly what we do too. And we also partner with agents all across the world, helping them grow their real estate business, helping them grow their YouTube channel. The more you grow, the more we grow. So we have monthly private coaching calls. We're really investing into your business. If you're interested about partnering with us at EXP, just shoot me an email, jackson@realagentnow.com, to learn more about that. And these are the videos now that are help you explode your real estate YouTube channel for free. Start clicking on those and you'll be well on your way. And until the next video, homies, we'll catch you later.